Hi guys, welcome to Counterpoints. My name is Connor, and today we're going to be breaking down Exodite Episode 3, Ashes. At Games Workshop's request, we are cutting out a bit of the episode, but still showing the most important plot points and violence. I will be pausing intermittently to break down lore and observation, so if you want to watch the original, please go to Warhammer TV, and if you're in a non-service country, use a VPN. This episode is brought to you by Mastermind Models and Miniatures and Liber Demonica. Mastermind Models and Minis is an insanely talented paint studio out of Huntsville, Alabama, who do commissions, so if your pile of shame is weighing you down, be sure to check them out in the description below, and be sure to tell them that we sent you. Liber Demonica is an incredible Estonian-based third-party bits manufacturer who will absolutely take your models to the next level. Be sure to check them out as well.
Can you move?
I have lost full cloaking ability. There is additional damage to jetpack operation. Cannot guarantee full flight.
More are coming, but our quarry is close. We need time.
And you shall have it. These are the coordinates. Go. For the greater good.
For the greater good.
Jerome is brought down by pursuing Death Riders who are on the verge of finishing the job when Shastre Lacoma cuts them off with a beam from her fusion blaster. Considering this weapon is designed to slag tanks, it easily buys them some respite. Jerome volunteers to hold off the pursuers to buy Shastre Lacoma some time while she confronts the Exodite, saying a farewell salute for the greater good. During my initial reaction to this, I projected my human doubt onto Jerome. He seemed upset by the Tau killed in their initial landing. He wanted to flee and hide from Imperial forces. His friends, who he had started this hunt with, are all dead, and he now faces his end to give Shastre Lacoma a shot at ending the conflict. The truth is, though, that he is alien. While I can project my human angst onto him, he is under the spell of the Ethereals, propagandized since birth to fulfill his role as a fire warrior, and the sacrifice of his peers might not be creating doubt, it might be solidifying his resolve to face the end. Shastre Lacoma accepts Jerome's gift and takes off for the final confrontation.
This is Shastre Tashvar Lacoma. I have located the elderly, requesting extraction.
Acknowledge.
Welcome, Shastre.
You speak our language.
It is as simple as your belief system.
Truth is simple.
A truth that can only live in fire.
Fire does not only destroy. It is what opens the path to new life. I am here to end this conflict.
End it. You and your kind, and what you did here, are merely the latest expressions of an eternal cycle of sorrow, suffering, and death. This never ends.
All that has happened here is because of you. You murdered our ambassadors and assassinated the human commander. Why? What did you want from this?
This universe cares nothing for what we want. My ancestors wanted peace, and fled the dissolution of our race and the creation of horrors you cannot imagine. And yet, in time, those horrors found us regardless.
Our war serves a greater good, not vengeance, or spite, or cruelty. Your race held it in their power to craft a better universe, and yet, you squandered that chance. You failed.
You really do not see it. Like you, we were arrogant, full of self-belief and conviction. Just like the humans. They had their chance, but paid no heed to what had gone before. And now you, this fledgling race, embarks upon the same path. And so, the cycle continues.
It is not naive to hope, to believe in something greater.
Greater? For all their failings, at least the humans have come to accept the inescapable truth.
What truth?
That eventually, your ideals, your greater good, will fail you. You will start to act with the cruelty that the universe demands until the armor of your certainty is eroded and you are no different from those that came before.
No, you are wrong. I shall prove it. I can still put an end to this. You will come with me.
No, that is not the path that fate has drawn for us.
Now, Sophie, take him!
Evade! No!
You thrash in anguish at a single death, and yet my world burns for your greater good.
What have you done?
Eldar are psychically powerful creatures capable of connecting with the immaterium, see the past, and scry the future if they train their minds sufficiently. Along with this gift, talented psychers can read their opponents, which is why the Exodite knows Shastre Lacoma's rank and is able to communicate with her. What is really going on in this debate is the confrontation of their opposed ideologies. The Tau idealism is to colonize the planet, make peace with the Imperium, and to pacify the Exodite through diplomacy. This is in spite of their colonists being under vicious assault, the Imperium showing no signs of wanting peace, and the Exodite's bitter resistance. These goals are not in line with the burning planet around them, but exist in spite of harsh reality. This is compared to the pragmatic nihilism of the Eldar. The Exodite laments his people's attempts to run away from the horrors of the galaxy and views the human and Tau imperial ambitions as a pursuit of ephemeral ideas leading to cycles of bloodshed and suffering. He views Shastre Lacoma as a fool, predicting that the Tau will have to become as cruel as their competitors to survive, let alone thrive. The Tau are actually a perfect stand-in for idealized human ambitions as they approach the vicious galaxy of the Warhammer universe with curiosity, diplomacy, and a railgun as a backup plan. The truth of the Exodite's words are rammed home, showing the Rome choking a human to death in hand-to-hand combat, and Shastre Lacoma's shock and rage as her attempts fail. The ambush by a cloaked drone and remaining Tau XV-15 suit is foiled by the Exodite as he flips the Fire Warrior into the taser rounds, downs the drone, and blinds Shastre Lacoma with an expertly thrown knife. Shastre Lacoma is only able to regain her sight in time to see the webway portal open and a Phantom Titan emerge. Phantom Titans are constructs of Eldar Wraithbone and are covered in soulstones. They are piloted by Eldar twins whose psychic link allows them to command the War Machine's many systems. They are joined by a host of dead pilots enshrined throughout the machine who in battle form a singular consciousness to make the War Machine more graceful and deadly than its Imperial counterparts. A beautiful detail is that the Eldar reinforcements are from the same Han craft world. These are amongst the first craft worlders to have left the Eldar Empire before the fall. They are nomadic, tribal, love to ride into battle on jet bikes, and have excellent relationships with the Exodites. So it only makes sense that they would respond to the call for aid, the true function of the defensive network. The Exodite flung into the webway and prepared for death is offered the opportunity to become a death jester for the Harlequins. The Eldar laughing god Segarach lives in the webway and collects the most talented of Eldar souls to serve in his troops. The Death Jesters in particular are heavy weapon specialists who embody the role of death in the artful displays of violence the Harlequins put on. They use Shrieker cannons, weapons that ignite the metabolic system of their targets with toxins, causing any biological material struck to explode in gore and viscera. Death Jesters stalk the battlefields of the 40th millennium looking for cruel ways to inspire terror and horror in their enemies.
Show yourself.
Do you think that a door opens onto only one path?
Where is he?
The heart of the one who crosses the threshold leads them to journey's end and path's beginning. And look where vengeance has led you.
Our final scene in the series is Shastre Lacoma being sent to the city of Kamara. The webway is psychically sensitive and also has defenses against non-Eldar entities, and as a cruel countermeasure, the webway drops Shastre Lacoma off in the Dark City with a newly minted Death Jester for company. She will likely be enslaved, tortured, vivisected, or forced to fight in the Colosseums of the Dark Eldar, or she will be simply hunted by the Death Jester until he feels it's time to end her life in a grisly explosion. Either way, there's no good end for her. Which brings us to the end for now. Games Workshop has politely and forcefully requested that we do not use the entirety of an episode in our reviews and breakdowns. I view it as my job to cut out a healthy chunk of the content so you have an incentive to go check out the original, but to leave in enough meat and bones of the episode, particularly the gritty and satisfying violence, while filling in the gaps with informative and compelling lore. I genuinely do love creating this content, and it forces me to expand my knowledge of the universe instead of just relying on my passion. So if you like my breakdowns, like, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell so you can see whenever new content drops, and comment down below. Feel free to fight it out in the comment section over lore and narrative interpretations, and if you can't think of anything to say, then type in comment for the comment gods. I will salute you in real life with an Aquila, but I will reply with an 07 in the comment section saluting you for your service. Become a YouTube or Patreon member to help support the channel, or check out our sponsors. I appreciate you. I'll catch you in the next one. Until the end. Special thanks to Taze Grove, Astronaut Farmer, The Real Birdman, Soren Axelson, The One Above All, Bud123, Fondue, Deus Halcyon, Vokes, Butters, Drazar, Lucifer the Doberman, Stephanie Luminous, Ken, Female Escort IRL, Tango Hotel, Mitchell Johnson, Sir Liamson, John, Hoofy, Leo Whitmer, Froggy Style, Adrian, Azrael, Cole G, Grassroots Hegemon, Christian Valeris, Name, Sir Fortesque, M. Penner, Weekend Jail, Xart Logan, and Jamalu.